If you're considering working as a self-employed plasterer, working for yourself in the UK, in this video today I'm going to give you guys 5 tips to help you on your journey. So my name's Stu Roberts and I'm the founder of Trowel Talk Community and Coaching Program. Today we're going to talk about moving from being an employee, where you're working for either builders or working for a company, and you've made a decision that now you want to move into self-employment and start to work for yourself. Tip number 1 is get legal. So before we can start working in people's homes, we need to make sure we're obviously covered in regards to registration, insurances, and making sure everything's set up properly before we get started. And to do that is quite quick and simple. And in the comments below, there's a link to a website where you can go and get registered as self-employed. Now you're also going to need business insurance, public liability insurance. You also might need a waste carrier's license if you're going to be working on domestic projects and carrying, for example, bags of rubble around or waste. Now, when you do get set up as self-employed, guys, you're also going to need to decide whether you're going to go limited liability or register as a sole trader. Now, most plasterers that work alone in the UK or work with an apprentice or a labourer, they'll be set up as sole traders, and this is perfect for domestic plasterers that are looking to tackle home improvement projects. Now if you're unsure whether you want to go limited liability or whether you're going to go sole trader, check out the blog article below where I sort of break everything down and explain which is the best to choose. Tip number 2, which is choose your business model. So if you plan to work as a self-employed plasterer in the UK, there's 3 models that you can choose. The first one is going to be a subcontractor, where you work on a subcontract basis. You might work for construction companies, builders, developers as a self-employed subcontractor. Now this business model is ideal if you're looking for reoccurring work and you're looking to get your experience and your knowledge built up within the plastering trade. Now the downsides to working as a subcontractor is you're going to hit a cap of what you can earn, and it may involve a fair bit of travelling. Some of the job sources can be unstable, and oftentimes the payment terms may be longer than if you were to go down the domestic and home improvements route. But again, if you're unsure about this, check out the blog article in the comments below and you can have a quick scroll through there. So that's the first option, is working as a subcontractor. Now option number 2 is to work as a domestic plasterer in the home improvements market, and this is where you're going to be focusing mostly on small home improvement jobs. It might be bedrooms, bathrooms, lounges, re-skims for example, or it could be a full property. But in a nutshell, you're going to be working directly for the homeowner and building up your own customer base and your own brand and reputation in your local area. I'm not here to tell you which option to choose. However, for me personally, working here in Warwickshire as a self-employed plasterer, my preference is always working as a domestic plasterer, where you can build up, again, your own brand, your own name, your own reputation, and you can kind of be extremely flexible in your working hours. So you can pick and choose how you work, where you work, who you work for, and how much to charge. So you've got a lot of flexibility there, and this is why I feel this business model in particular is very, very attractive and appealing for people that are looking to move away from being employed on the books and into a self-employed position. Ultimately, most plasterers that go self-employed do so for lifestyle reasons. So they might want to spend a bit more time with the kids, or their partner might be working funny shifts, and this allows them to pick and choose how they work and when they work, while still earning good money at the same time. Now, number 3 is what I call the specialist model. This involves you selecting one specific niche within the plastering market. So it could be Venetian, it could be thin coat spray rendering, it could be internal wall insulation, it could be damp proofing. This is where you niche down, pick one specific skill, one specific niche within the plastering trade, and specialise in that niche. And this allows you to get your earnings right up. And this is something that we go deep into inside the Trowel Talk coaching and mentoring group. If you don't know what that is, again, there'll be a link down below. You can go and check that out. This is going to be for the more advanced plasterers that might have 5, 10 plus years in the game. They've already built their brand and their reputation in the domestic market, and now they're looking to specialize and niche down their skills. So that's the business model. Now, number 3 is you need to find work. So how are you going to do that? So again, there's a couple of options here, and typically what will happen when people go self-employed in the UK, working for themselves as a plasterer, is they might sign up with trade association lead generation sites. Now, although this can be effective in getting the wheels turning in your business, long term it's going to be extremely costly, and also your social proof, in other words your customer reviews, are going to be stored on these sites. Of course, when you leave, you've also left behind your customer reviews. Now, for these reasons, I feel it's much better to build up an organic strategy using free platforms online, where you can build up your social proof, your brand, you can share images for free without being dependent on these lead generation sites. If this is something that you're looking to do and you need help on this, then check out trialtalk.co.uk below, and you can go and see how we help self-employed plasterers to do this. So tip number 4, guys, is get disciplined. So when you're an employee and you're working for other people, somebody else is always responsible, somebody else is always accountable for what you do. You just need to turn up, do your day's work, go home. When you move into self-employment, there's a big mindset shift that needs to happen, because we're taking on a lot more responsibility being self-employed. For example, we need to be structuring our day, and our time management skills have to increase. Otherwise, we're just going to become sloppy and lazy, and we probably won't get anything done. So we have to become very, very focused, very disciplined. And for these reasons, we need to really look at our mindset and do a little bit of education really on the kind of mindset we need when we move into self-employment. It's going to involve a lot of discipline, a lot of focus, and a lot of devotion really, if you want to make this work. And same goes for any business that you set up, but especially within the construction businesses, the trades, we've got the hard physical graft on the tools during the day. We've got to keep that energy up into the evening when we're hustling doing our admin. And that's why inside the Trial Talk Coaching and Mentoring Group, we look at ways that we can automate and make these systems automatic, so that we're not losing too many hours, sacrificing too much of our free time and our family time trying to get the business going. So tip number 4 is to get disciplined. And finally, guys, tip number 5 is consider getting some business coaching. The reason that the Trial Talk Coaching and Mentoring Group has been put together is because many self-employed lads get really, really good on the tools. We get good with our hands. We know how to plaster the walls, but we're not very good when it comes to the business side of things and the marketing side of things and the time management side of things, and the digital side of things, creating video content, leveraging these free platforms. If you need help with this, check out trialtalk.co.uk and you can find out some more information on our coaching programs. So thanks for watching this video today, and we'll see you on the next one.